Good afternoon. My name is Julian, and I was nominated by my brother and neighbor Tony, who lives here in the Arbors with me, to help to bring awareness to PTSD. What Tony's doing is 25 push-ups a day to bring awareness. What I'd like to do is share some statistics, some facts with you, and then show specific techniques to help with PTSD and or depression in general, or any kind of mood disorders. It doesn't really matter. The book that I'm going to read from, or just to give you a definition of PTSD or trauma, is right here. And this is one of my absolute favorite books by Richard C. Miller called The IREST Program, Integrative Restoration. So it's fantastic. So since we're talking about trauma, I believe the first question would be, so what is trauma? A traumatic event is suffering a physical injury, receiving a serious medical diagnosis, being the victim of rape, assault, mugging, or robbery, enduring physical, sexual, emotional, or other forms of abuse, witnessing or experiencing an automobile, train, or plane crash. Can you imagine that? Experiencing or watching a natural disaster, war, combat, or terrorist attack, being the victim of or being involved in a kidnapping or a torture, being involved in a civil conflict, and the list goes on and on. I'll list one more. Experiencing a stressful life event such as a divorce or unemployment, an illness, or the death of a loved one. What I'd like to ask you to do, so I'm going to show you a breathing technique. Tomorrow will be something else. It might be tapping, or it might be a type of meditation that I do. When you get a chance, I'd like you to look up ACE, Adverse Childhood Experiences. This is huge. This is 10 questions, and the 10 questions refer to from birth to age 18, and specifically if you've had any of these adverse childhood experiences. And if you have, what is the likelihood that can lead to suicide, can lead to depression, can lead to obesity, can lead to alcohol abuse? It's huge as far as the connections. So you must, or I implore you, to look up adverse childhood experiences. One of the very first questions that they ask in there is, were you, was it chronic verbal abuse, such as name calling, cursing, and things of that nature? If you grew up and that was constant, that's 1 point. So you look at those. What's interesting is when you read this study by Kaiser Permanente, and this study was done by the CDC, 17,000 people, CDC, and what they found was if you answered 4 or more, then there was like a, 240 or 260% chance of you having depression. So all of this stuff relates. As educators, we know, and as yoga instructors, we know about 40 developmental characteristics, what to look for in children that are of the same age group or in the same class, same grade. And if you don't see them performing like they should, then we know what to do as far as for yoga postures and things of that nature to help to bring them up to speed. Okay, so here we go. For PTSD, one of the breathing techniques that I like is called Kapalabhati, which is skull shining. This is huge. It enables your brain the cells, you're like exciting the cells in your brain by doing this breathing. So I'd like you to look it up, skull shining breath, or Kapalabhati. That name always messes me up. So here we go. The way that you do this is the hands are on the stomach. I'm going to move my hands from my stomach at first. What I want you to do is forcefully exhale through your nose. That's it. The inhale will take care of itself. You just forcefully exhale. That's all you're doing. The belly button is snapping back and forth. What I want you to do is do this for like 1 minute. I'm going to ask you to raise your hands overhead, lock your thumbs, hold your breath for like, let's say 10 seconds, and then bring your hands down by your side, imagining that you're drawing this white arc of safety down by your side. Are you ready? So here we go. Kapalabhati breathing. 1 minute. You getting warm? Coming up on 1 minute. Last 2. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Pull on your thumbs, but hold your breath. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. And our practice has ended. So this is day 1 of the 25-day challenge for PTSD. I hope that this has served you. Have a great day.